Okay. So first example, what I want to do. So I have a list of elements. Okay. Just I want to remove the duplicate from the respective list. So that is what I want to do first. So I can say unique list. Okay. So as we know, list may contains duplicates also. Let's take the input will be like 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 20 and 40. Assume that. Okay, this is my list. So now I want to remove all the duplicates from the respective given list and I want to display the unique list as an output. That is what I want to do. So here we have so many options to do such operations. Okay, so we'll see a few of them. The very basic one, as we know, I think it's already covered by using set. Okay, we can do that. Let's take example. Simply, you can write li is equal to. Okay, let's take example. List.
Voice is too low.
Is it okay now? Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, great. So here, what am I trying to explain means I'm trying to remove the duplicates from the list, which is having the duplicate values. So here we have so many options. I'm telling the first option very traditional and straightforward to convert into set. So as I mentioned already, set does not keeps the duplicate values. So simply it will remove all the duplicates and it will store the respective values in the list. Let's take example. I'm taking unique L. Assume that okay. So now whatever the data we have in the set that will be printed in the unique list. But here if you observe it like this, it is printing in the form of set. Okay. So if you see here, so here the output will be in the set format, the curly brackets coming, see that. But we want a square bracket, right? So again you have to retypecast to list. So now we'll get back the actual list with unique values. See that. Now you see list of values which does not contain the duplicates what we have in the previous list if you observe that. So that is the basic logic of that, remove the duplicates from the list. So very simple, straightforward, 2 lines of code. Okay, now likewise we have some other options also. So out of the first option will be we can use our traditional logic to remove the duplicates from the list and storing into the unique list. Like example, so I'm creating again a new list. Let's take example unique li1. I'm taking another example. So I'm taking an empty array initially. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, so first I'm iterating each value in the list, the actual list which we are reading or which we are created initially. Okay, so now I'm checking whether this x is in the unique list or not. If it is already there, we should not add them. It should not append them because it's already there. If it is not there at least one time, we should include it. So that logic I'm writing. So if x in operator will check, as I yesterday told you also, in operator will search whether the value is there or not. So I'm checking unique list 1. Okay. So this line, what it will verify if x is already there or not. If already there, we should not do anything. If it is not there, we have to add, right? So opposite action. So what I'm trying to not in I'm writing. Not in means if it is not there. So if x not in list, then what I'm trying to do, unique list 1, I mean to say unique list 1 dot append of x. Okay. So if the element is not in the list, I'm appending. If it is already there, I'm not doing anything, so that I'm not writing any else block. Okay. So now you can print the unique list of the output of the for loop. So now unique list 1 you can print it. See, now you will run the output, you will get both the outputs are same. But if you observe the outputs here, see, the second one is coming in the ordered format, like how the data will be in that format. But the first one unordered. Why? Because yesterday I told you, right? So set does not maintain the data in however we insert the order. So that's why in the first approach we may not assure that the order of the data will be coming as same as the regular output. So regular output will be in the ordered format. Okay, but this is the second approach. How can we remove the duplicates from the list? Okay, so anybody have any doubts till the point, please ask me. Otherwise, I'll go to the next point. So does anyone have any doubt till the point?
No, sir.
Okay, great then. So now I'm going for same similar kind of example, but I want to print each value along with the count, as we used count operator, right? So for everything, see, we can use inbuilt functions, but in interviews, mostly what they will try to ask you without using inbuilt functions, they will ask you the questions. That's why I'm trying to explain both options every time. Okay. So now you see here, if you consider, I want if somebody asks you like each value, like how many times it is printed in the output, like in the list. Let's take example in this case. 10 will be 2 times, 20 will be 3 times, 30 and 40 will be 1 time, right? So that is what is expected output. This logic also we can write with using inbuilt functions, or as I mentioned, right, we can do with our own logic also. So first logic will be, we can use count function directly. So let's take for x in li. Okay. So now what I'm trying to do, so I'm printing the x along with the count of x. So that means li dot count of x. Okay. But as I mentioned last class also, so if I'm running this program, yes, we will get the count, but the duplicate count you are getting, like see 10 is coming here and starting also, no need, right? 10 will be print is only one time is enough, no need to print that twice in the output, I can say that. So for that we can use the same unique list concept again. It is inbuilt method, right? So I'm using inbuilt approach on here. Okay. So here it is entirely using the inbuilt account function, inbuilt set method I'm using. And now instead of x and li, you can write unique li. Okay. So now you can run the same output, but unique times it is getting, see that. Likewise, but it's purely using the inbuilt methods like set we used and here count used. Okay. But if somebody asks you to write the same script without using this count and set or inbuilt methods, then how to do so? Yes, we have a possibility by using dictionary. So as yesterday explained you, a dictionary is a key value concept, right? A key value storage. So you can consider key as a value and the count will be as a taken as a value, so that we can store use as a good storage for this kind of requirement. Okay. So for that, what I'm trying to explain, so I'm taking a empty dictionary initially. Okay. So that means, so the dictionary nothing having. So now what I'm trying to doing here, I'm considering each value here as a key and the count of the respective key as a value. And now I'm checking that each time as similar to before logic, whether this particular value already there in the dictionary or not. If already there, I'm updating the respective value because the count should increment. If it is not there, we should add as a value called count as 1. So that is the logic what we have to follow. So for that, see, I'm writing for x in li. That means for each value in the list. So whatever the value we have in the list, it will iterate for each value in the li. So now what I'm trying to do, if the where we have to search here in the only keys, because in the keys, if x is there, we have to update. So d dot keys will get all the keys from the dictionary. All the keys means all the values what we have stored. Now I'm checking whether that x in this particular keys or not. So one approach, as I mentioned, x in, you can write straight away as we like x in. One approach, x you can in. Another approach we can use even contains also, but as I mentioned, right, in operator we just before use it, right? Here not in. So I'm changing this approach. So now d dot keys dot, there is another approach contains. So if you remember yesterday only I told you. So there is a two approaches we can able to search the value. One is in operator we can use, another one is contains we can use. Okay. So now here I'm using contains. So contains means it is already there. So if it is there, I need to update it, right? So to update, we have a either update method you can use, or so d dot update we can use, because the update also can do that, or you can use index of also. So d of x means d of key is equal to the existing value. To the existing means d of x. We have to increment how much, count should be incremented by 1. So likewise we can use. Okay. So like otherwise, so I'm writing in the comment also. So otherwise you can write d dot update. Okay. So update. The another approach also you can do like curly bracket. So the first value is the key, that is nothing but x. Okay. The second value of the x, so that is d of x plus 1. So likewise also you can use it. Both the options will work. And now coming to the else. So else means that is not there. So here in the case line number 8, what it will validating, already the X what we are getting from the list, it is in the dictionary. So that means the value somehow it is already there. So now just we require to increment the value because a new one more time it occurrences came. Now else means that value already not there. It's the first time. So simply you can store d of x is equal to simply 1 because it's the first time we are storing. So I'm giving a count called 1. And now print the dictionary. Okay, so simply if you want to print entire dictionary, as there is a possible, or else I told you many options to print the dictionary. So one of that is for x comma y in d dot items. So we'll print both keys and values. That means the value along with the occurrence x comma y, or else if you want to give some space, yes, you can give the space and then comma y. And now I'm running the same code. So you will get the same output. See that the dictionary 10 2 times, 23 times, 31 times, 41 times. Similarly 10 2 times, 23 times, like that we can print it. Similarly the above output also. See that both are working fine. So the only thing is if they allow to do some inbuilt functions, we can go with this shortly. If they want to do some elaborate way, we can go for the second approach. But both are valid ones only if you go for execution wise, output wise, I can say that. So this is how we can count each value in the list, whatever we have, whether it's a duplicate or unique, we can do. So these are the common two examples on the list. People are asking like remove the duplicates from the list or count the each value, how many times it is occurred in the list. So if anybody have any doubt, please ask me. I will stay for 2 minutes. So you can ask me if you have any doubts, or you can try to understand the logic, each line, whatever I written. If you are not understanding any line of the program which is shown on the screen, please ask me. So I will stay for 2 minutes here. So just go through the logic, try to understand the logic.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. Please explain that if statement.
Yeah, Sinana. So here what happened means, let's take, I'm writing even the outcome of that also. So here, first it's taking d dot keys, right? So as explained yesterday, d dot keys, the keys method in the dictionary will get all the keys. Assume that already 10, 20 will be there. Assume that, okay? So already 2 iterations completed. Now what it will return, the d dot keys 10 comma 20. Okay. So now the third value, what is the third value? 30 here in this case. Okay. Now d dot keys, that means this list is contains 30 or not, the if condition checking. It is there, no, right? The 10 20 only there, we don't have 30. So now it will go for else. So else means d of x will be storing as a 1. So now by the moment, by this line number 11 execution, what is your dictionary will be means, here I'm writing, see, as your dictionary will be 10 will be counted as a 1 comma 20 will be counted as a 1 again, and 30 also counted as 1. This is the iteration value. Now let's assume that it will repeat for fourth value, that is also again 10. Assume that. So now here if you see, let's take x in li. Now d dot is again. So now the key already added 30 also here. Is it audible my voice, all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now 30 is also added. Now it's coming to the fourth case, it is a 10, right? Now you just verify whether the 10 is in the respective list or not. Yes, it is there. That means this condition verified true. Now it will go inside. So now d of x means it is d of 10. So d of 10 already how much it is there? Already 1 is there. So now what we are trying to do, d of x plus 1. So to the existing value we are plus 1. So 1 plus 1 it is 2. So that means it is not adding a new value to the dictionary, it is updating the existing value in the dictionary. So likewise, the if condition will keep on check whether it is existing or not. Based on that, the values will be get updated. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm considering nothing else. Anyone have doubts? We'll go for another example. Okay, so here what I'm trying to explaining is like example, you want to do some kind of string checking whether both are equal or not. Okay, so for that, very simple, we can take s1 is equal to, let's take hello. Okay, s2 is equal to, let's take hello, I'm giving. Okay, so now if I want to check that f1, sorry, f1 equal to s2, okay, and print both are same. It's a very simple example. Okay, else print not same. Okay, okay, so same is coming. But here just I want to highlight one more point. You have so many string methods so that you can use as per your requirement. See, if you observe, we have contents as usual to set something in the string, index of a given word or given character, find similar to index, and join to combine the two strings, capitalize, that means each first character of the string will be capitalized, and we have case fold, so uppercase will be converted into lowercase, lowercase will be converted into uppercase. So likewise, there are so many methods, is alpha, is number, that means to verify that whether it is a alphanumeric or alphabet or digit is a number, only number. So is lowercase or uppercase, is so many, is space, is title, so many options are there. So just you can go through these methods and you can try more practice on this also. These are all inbuilt methods. Okay, so we can use all these all wherever you require or wherever we require this requirement. Okay, so we can do all that. Okay, so out of that I'm taking some of the examples we'll consider now. Okay, so one of the, let's take example, one string is there, assume that. Okay, let's take, I'm taking s is equal to, okay, very simple, hello 1 2 3, I'm writing, assume that, simple example. Okay, so now what I want to here is let's take, I want to print whether given one is character or string. Okay, I want to split them, like I want to split the hello as one string and 123 as another string or another value. I want to do that. That is what I want to do. Or else even if you want to check for whether it's a character digit also, you can. Okay, but my simple word is okay. So now for that, what I'm trying to do, so for x in, yes, so as like list, so string, the first point you require to understand is the string externally it is a collection of characters, but internally it will feel like a list. Okay, so yes, not hello 1 2 3 nothing, but it's a list of a character, 8 characters, I can say that. So what are the operations you performed on the list? The same way you can also done with the string. That's what my point to take this example. Okay, so now x in s means the x initially getting h, then a, then l, like that you will contain. Now what I told you, I want to print, I mean that I want to concatenate both characters and digits separately, right? For that, what I'm trying to do, I'm taking c as a one string and the another one value as another string I'm taking, okay, to get that value separately. So now for x in s, I'm checking if x dot, okay, we have an option is alpha or digit, both you can use. Alpha means alphabet, we can use alpha. So alpha means it's an alphabet. So I'm concatenating to c plus is equal to x. If else means it will get the else means if you want to really check the even whether it's a digit or not, x dot is digit. Assume that is digit. Now it will take only digits into v. So v plus is equal to x. Now you can print both c and v. You can understand. So both c comma space and giving v. So that means here the ultimate idea is the is digit is also will validate the whether character or not. See here. So hello is separately printed. See that 1 2 is separately printed. See that. And now if I'm adding in between something at the rate, let's take example hello at the rate, it will omit the at the rate because we don't care about the special characters. It will only hello 1 2 3 only getting. See that. So likewise, you can work on the these methods whatever we have. Okay. So to the continuation, I'm giving one more example, very interesting one. Okay. Let's take, I'm giving a list. It's also more people are asking. Let's take list is equal to I have 10, 20. Let's take A, and then we have 30, and then let's take, then we have B. Okay. So now some people will ask the question like, please do the sum of the integers in the list. See, sum of the integers. So if I'm writing simply sum equal to 0, okay, otherwise you can write if you feel okay, s is equal to, sir, I can write like sum we have, right? So sum of li I can write, right? So now we can print yes. Okay, so now you can run it. So what happened, you see? So the sum of li doesn't work because it also includes characters. So if it is having only numbers, definitely yes, we can use that. There's no doubt. Only numbers we can use sum. But here we have both numbers along with the characters. So we have to filter it. So we have to take only numbers into the addition, and we have to omit the text or characters whatever additionally we have in the list. So for that also, for this kind of logic also, we have to go for that is alpha logic only. Okay, now what I'm trying to do, you see. So first what we have to do, we have to take s is equal to initially 0, and now we have to write as usual for x in li. Now what I'm trying to do, first I'm converting the text into string because some places we have string, some places we have number. The is digit method only we have in the string format, we don't have for numericals. So for that, what I'm trying to do, str of x. So str of x is string format. And now if str of x dot, see now you will get is digit. Okay, is digit, then only add to the s is equal to s plus x. Otherwise don't add. Simple, very simple. Now print s. So this is the logic of sum of the only integers in the list. Now you see, you'll get 60. See that it doesn't get any other. So to check like this, not only this case, like if you want to do any kind of this kind of checking, like data type checking, you can better use is digit or is alpha. So it is also one of the common what you call interesting point in the interview questions. Okay. Anyway, before closing that, so if anybody have any doubts in this, please ask me. Otherwise, I will go to the next point. So I'll give you one minute up for this. Please go through that and ask me doubts if you have. Okay, fine. So now we'll go for an example on the nested concept. Okay. So let's take, I'm writing Li is equal to 10, 20, 30. Let's take square bracket again. I'm writing 40, 50. So now if you observe that this is a nested list, not a straight list. So here also, again, if somebody asks you like, if you want to add all the values in the list, we can't directly do the sum of the list, or directly we can't take each value in the list. For example, so S is equal to sum of Li. Okay. So if I'm writing print yes, okay. So now I'm running this program, but here we have nested list. If you observe clearly, see that again. So we can't add the nested list into sum. So first problem got failed. Now I'm taking another approach. So S equals 0, that is for X in Li, and S is equal to S plus, let's take X. Okay. So now also your logic will be failed, because here also we can't add the list to the set. So now the conclusion, what I'm trying to explain means, so here whenever we have a nested list to something, we have to reiterate the internal list again. So that means here we have to cross check. How means, see, for X in Li, first we have to check if type of X. So we don't have directly method like what I can say, that is method. Okay. So here we have to use the type method. So type of X will give you what data type it is, whether it's a list, a set, or a dictionary. So based on that, so now let's take double equal to, I'm writing list. So what it means, the type of the X is list. We have to reiterate again. So for let's take value in X. So means here type of X equal list means again X is a list. So I'm reiterating, that is what we call nested. Nested means nested for loop coming. So one outer side is outer loop, inner for inside loop. So nested means two loops are coming. So now you should add S is equal to S plus value. For example, if it is not the list, it is a simple integer, then you can go for S. S equal to S plus X. Here I taken as one example, but if you have to cover all things, you can go for string, or if you go for tuple, you can write that all types. So now you will get output whatever we expected. See that 150 is coming now, if you observe that. So this is the approach of handling the nested list in the operations. So whenever you have a nested concept, so you better to have a proper nested loops to get the data. Okay. So nested means one list within the another list. So that is what we call nested list. Any doubt in this example? Any doubt? So I hope you understand. So I'm taking another example of nested again. Okay. Let's take, there is a exactly two-dimensional array. So let's take square bracket, again square bracket, 10 comma 20, and let's take again square bracket 30 comma 40. Assume that. So here purely we call it as a, in our regular Java terminology, two-dimensional array. So but here we are not using the word called two-dimensional, but we are using nested list. So but it is equivalent to two-dimensional array. Like the output, how it looks like now. So print, if I want to get this first value, Li of, if I'm giving 0, so you know, so first list will come. So sorry, Li of 0 means again it is a list, so it will give the 10, 20. See that. Now if I want to get the out of the first value, again you have to use one more square bracket, that is again 0. So as like Java, so multi-dimensional, two-dimensional, one for rows, another one for columns. Now you will get 10 value. See that. So if I'm mentioning instead of 0 here it is 1, then we'll get the 20. See that. If I'm mentioning the here first itself 1, so if you go to the second row, that is 1 by 1 means it is 40. So likewise in Python also we can use a two-dimensional whenever you require to access the two-dimensional nested list or nested collection in the Python. Is this clear how to access the nested list in the Python? And let's take, you have something like, let's take here L1 is equal to, let's take a square bracket, within that you have a curly bracket. It is also we call nested collection only. So let's take here id, okay, 101. Now let's take one more collection is there, again id, let's take 102 is there, okay. So it's a list of dictionaries, I can say that. Now if how to print, sir? So now print L1 is list. So if I want to get either first id, second id, we have to inform the first of all index. Let's take L1 of 0 will give the first one, but L1 of 0 will give you entire dictionary. If you run it, id 10 will come, see that. But out of that I want print only 101, not the id. So now again you have to write square bracket, but here we use index, right? But here we should use that key value id. Now you will get 101, see that. So likewise, you can use the nested collections in the Python. It may be list within the list. So we have so many nested options. So I'm writing some of the options here. Okay. So let's take list in list. That is first option. If you see, second one, list in dictionary. So one dictionary, another reverse dictionary in list. Dictionary in list. The last one, dictionary in dictionary. So all possibilities is there in the nested answer. I'm just taking the example of list and dictionary, but vice versa will happen for all other collections. Like example, set in list, list in set, or tuple in list, like that. So whatever the other types I mentioned, for all the types, this possibility we have in the Python. So any doubt, please ask me.
No, sir.
Okay, great then. So similarly, if you have the time, I already shared the list of tasks in the group yesterday. You can practice them. And if you want to try with patterns, as you can also practice that also. Let's take, if you want to work with some patterns, as we have nested loops, I can say that. So within the for we can use, let's take example, if you see 1, 1, 2, or 1, 2, this kind of patterns I'm speaking about. So this also you can practice in the Python. It is also not a big logic. Like example, if you see for I in range of 1 comma, let's take 6 I'm taking to get the 1 to 5. Similarly, I'm writing for j in range of 1 to 6 I'm giving. It is also giving 1 to 5. Now if I'm print, let's take I value. Okay, let's take simple example I'm telling. Okay, so now it will print all the values till the 1 to 5, but here we want to make it rows and columns properly. So for that I'm writing within the inside loop I'm giving in the same line, but outside loop I'm giving extra print to go to the new line. See that you're getting all 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, see that all are coming. Now if you print j value here, let's take, now you will get 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 vertical nature. Now how you want to design the square? Now we got a square of numbers 1 to 5. Now how you want to design, whether you want to print in triangle or left triangle, right triangle, diamond, it is up to your logic. Let's take example left triangle, that means till the j value. Now simply you can write, instead of 6 you can write I. Okay, so now you can run this, you will get lower triangle, see that 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But if you want to one more row, add I plus 1. Now you see whatever the logic, see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, see that. If you want to get the same in the row wise, instead of j you can print the I. So this is simple, see that. Now you don't want to print numbers, you want to print some star instead of that. Okay, you simply can mention star. So now you see you will get the stars instead of numbers, see that. So this is a pretty simple patterns what we can do, but definitely you have to do more practice to get more knowledge. If you are getting any doubt or any questions, you can ask me, I will explain. But this is a possibility I'm telling to practice in upcoming days. So you can also practice such kind of patterns using Python also. Okay. So this is all about today class regarding the examples. So in Monday, I will start a topic called functions, which is also very important for your understanding on Python in upcoming days. So functions is very, very important. So don't miss the class. So Monday will meet by same time 6:30. So before we end up the class, if you have, if anybody have any questions or queries, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can sign up the class for today. Okay, bye. Take care.